It's one of the things that has been worrying Kevin Brady, the former House Ways and Means Committee chief, now ranking member, a Texas Republican. First off, I just want to bring our attention, our viewers' attention, maybe yours as well, sir, to what's happening at the border. Governor Greg Abbott is talking about the crisis there and how we've seen a surge in migrant minors, I guess, tripling over the last couple of weeks. Do you agree that that's a crisis?
Yeah, it really is. I don't think if you're not on the border, you don't understand it. I mean, the fivefold increase in unaccompanied kids, plus, as you said, that tripling of the migrants and being apprehended, it is causing a crisis, not within just within the government, but within the nonprofits, the churches, the others along the border that are tasked with taking care of these, especially now that catch and release has been reinstated, now that those applying for refugee status aren't waiting in Mexico, but are being released in the U.S. It is causing a huge problem, and it's going to get worse.
I'm just wondering, let's assume that many of these minors are transferred to this military base. One was mentioned in Virginia, Congressman. I'm not up to speed on it, as you likely are. But then how do you adjudicate this and get these, presumably these minors back with family members when in fact they, family members were never with them? So how do we do that? This could go on for some time.
Yeah, and I think that's why I think President Trump was very clear about to Central America and others, do not send your kids here alone. Keep them there. Apply from your host country on this. It made much more sense. It is a little frustrating, I have to admit. Under President Trump, we were putting kids in cages. Now the same facilities are simply migrant facilities. It is a little frustrating, but again, as they call it, the Biden border crisis, as we call it in Texas, is going to have a real impact, no doubt.
The governor's apparently said, Congress, I'm sorry to make this such a large part of our discussion, but I did want to pick your brain on it. He said that we are talking about cartels. Cartels are involved in illegal border crossings, and others have said within the Abbott administration that this is worse than ever, that the cartels are back with a vengeance. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I absolutely do. We saw that during the surges earlier, prior to President Trump on this, but that wasn't just the human trafficking side of this. We see, unfortunately, a lot of sex trafficking. Houston is the largest sex trafficking region in the country because of our proximity. It only gets worse during these surges. And you have a criminal element, you do have drug trafficking as well. So look, states like ours pay a very steep price for this.
Let me switch back to what's happening in Washington. I know you have serious issues with this $1.9 trillion stimulus plan, but as you know, you're pretty good at math yourself. It looks like it will get passed, presumably in a House vote tomorrow, scheduled for tomorrow, likely tomorrow. But the one thing I noticed that isn't on anyone's agenda yet, and what you make of that, these increases in taxes, in business-related taxes, corporate taxes, taxes on the very upper income. I haven't heard a peep about that, and I'm wondering why. Do you know whether the administration is negotiating with Republicans to get their support on infrastructure, hold off on these tax increases? What?
Yeah, so the tax increases are coming. There's no question about it. They intend to pair it with an infrastructure bill, although right now, they're spending almost $2 trillion with almost no impact on the economy. So why the White House and the President refused to give us an estimate of how many jobs will be created in this $2 trillion, nearly $2 trillion stimulus. But their thinking is before Memorial Day, packaging tax increases on businesses, on income, perhaps on payroll, on wealth, and energy. In that type of bill. They don't intend to have any discussions with Republicans. They've made it very clear, based on this COVID package, they don't see a need to have any conversation with this. And maybe on the tax side, for good reason, you wouldn't raise these taxes in good economic times, much less trying to recover from a pandemic.
So you think that the infrastructure bill will be the one in which these tax hikes are pushed, the corporate rate rising to 28% from 21%, the top rate back over 39%, all of that will occur in that package?
Yeah, that is the conventional wisdom right now. It could change, but I think Democrats have seen this move so quickly without a single Republican conversation that my guess is they'll run the same play over again. And like this COVID bill, it'll actually hurt the economy as well.
All right. I threw a lot at you there, Congressman, and you were gentleman enough to answer any and all developments. I appreciate that. Kevin, Brady, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just grateful we're not talking about Harry and Meghan and on this. So, you know, I thought the COVID was a lot of debate. Man, that is kind of superseded it.
Okay, you just bashed the British, and now that's not going to go down well, Congressman. We'll see what happens. You're lucky I didn't ask you a question. Next time, you know what? I will. Kevin Brady refusing to talk about the British controversy.